105 North Avenue, 52.
Prepare to be fucked by the long dick of the law.
This isn't happening. Everyone look away, please. Nothing to see here.
You can't break those cuffs.
Make him away, Ty.
Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. Coming to you live from Neo Chicago, I am Officer Kevin.
I am Officer Grant.
What's up, Grant?
Hey.
And I said, what's up? How are you? Let's give a thank you to our guests from last time, Zach and Daphne.
God.
All right. Anyway, let's give a warm welcome to. Okay, let's do the math here, folks. We got. I'm counting my fingers here. One old guest and two new ones. Grant.
Make new friends. Keep new friends and make the old. 2 is silver and Brett Mercer is gold. I think
that's right. That's
how the phrase goes. So he's the gold
limerick,
one.
Yeah.
And then we got 2 others. Two new challengers.
We got Brett, Blain, and Bart from Big Time Garbage.
The 3 Bs.
I'm trying to say that 5 times fast. How the hell are you, boys?
What's going on?
What's up, fellas?
Thanks for having us.
Nice to be back in the precinct.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, Brett, you are a veteran on this program. You've been on a good number of times over the last 4 years we've been doing the show. I think you've been going just about as long as we have, too. And Blain and Bart, it's your first time here. I'm like, you know what?
What's up?
Let's get the whole fucking garbage pack on here. You guys go by the garbage pack? Garbage Pail Kids? Anything like that?
It's a new one. We could use that. I think we've done Garbage Nation before is one. Garbage Boys, and then Little Penis Club is the other one.
Penis Club. Okay.
We've all done Gee Spot Boys too. You know.
What do you call the fans? What are your fans?
Raffy and Mike.
Yeah, dude.
And
Country Chief.
Yeah.
Mom.
So you guys got your own podcast, Big Time Garbage. You also been hitting that Twitch stream quite a lot over the quarantine. Twitch.tv/Big Time Garbage. Grant, you've been on there before. I was on there last night. We were going for a while with another guy. Was EJ, I believe.
Yeah, friend of the show / part of the show / producer / we couldn't give him. You know, we all go by B-Dog with different spellings, but he goes by E-Money because
I was going to ask, like, is the only reason he's like just like the extra piece is because his name doesn't begin with a B? Like, he's not part of the Better Business Bureau of Brett, Blain, and Bart.
We asked him to legally change his name, but he wouldn't do it. He said maybe if we start paying him, but
he couldn't go with BJ.
No, for some reason.
Could you?
I
would kill to go by BJ.
I'd kill a BJ. Yeah, I mean,
you want one?
No, no.
I'm just in general.
No,
in general, would you like a BJ?
Not thinking. I was doing a bit.
Would you like a BJ on the show?
No,
dude's hanging out. What's
would you
wrong
like
with that,
just because I'm wearing sunglasses right now while recording a podcast does not mean that I'm going full Howard Stern. That I want to be doing sex acts.
No, I'm asking
into a radio show.
Do you want BJ from Big Time Garbage on the show?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well, is he? What's his contribution? I mean, is he?
A lot of slurping.
Let's go. Let's spend the whole episode talking about somebody who's not even their real name is BJ. No,
so let's sit on this point now for Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's no.
hour and a
I want
half.
to talk more about Big Time Garbage, the podcast, the stream, the lifestyle brand. Sell it to me, guys.
Well, I mean, cool. Long story short,
Awesome.
We've taken this time away from stand-up comedy to really get into the issues of every single day.
Sure.
Hone the craft.
Oh, yeah, because we can't be out there asking people what they do for livings, asking people, did you hear about this? Did you see about this? We kind of just have to talk to each other about that. And,
we kind of break in and get into the issues.
We drill down. We basically, we don't let up until we get to the bottom of it. We ruin our brains. And then we just laugh about we watch a lot of videos and put sound effects underneath them.
Yeah. But we mostly break in. Sometimes I elbow a fucking window,
Right.
and Mercer goes around after I open the gate. We break in,
And then once
and
we're
do
in,
the
we
comedy.
play a video of Kelsey Grammer falling down. And that's kind of what we do.
And kind of
Basically, yes, we're like a SEAL Team 6 for the status quo. We have a device plan to take it down from the inside.
I could definitely see that. I know last night on the stream, we spent a couple hours going through the most famous memes of 2015, to which we realized none of us could remember a single thing from that year. Out of our, not even our
it
own
was kind of crazy how much you just forget of all that stuff runs together because it's famous or it's known for 2 weeks. We talk about it for 2 weeks and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Right.
And also just even thinking going through the most famous moments and memes from that year, we're what a comparatively peaceful time. And it was boring, but the most prominent thing any of us could remember
How
was
dare
the
you.
dress. What was it?
Right.
That was 20. That couldn't have been 2015.
It was. Yeah.
That was 2015.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'd
we
like to
talked
say
about it on the show.
That was kind of a more painful time because we were closer to 9/11. And
I suppose so. Then
Yeah.
Well,
time heals all
it
wounds.
seems like you forgot. I didn't.
The thing is, I think what happened specifically in 2015 is obviously the country was unified after 9/11 with a singular goal, preserve America. And then the dress broke us apart, which results in where we are now.
It is blue and black, though, to be honest.
I don't know. We here over at Thought Cops, we're a stern believer that it's gold and black.
Well,
Is
yeah,
that-
and you probably still believe that jet fuel melts steel beams, you know?
Well, yeah. it
I
does,
mean, the ideology does go hand in hand.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
the same thing.
I still
This
think it's
is-
Laurel. So
And see, we're Team Yanni.
yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, Yanni's got a cool mustache, so I'm team him.
You sort
Yeah,
of,
I get that.
you're sort of going after that look.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Yeah.
Look, fellas, I'm okay with disagreeing. We can have intellectual diversity on here, but just know that once you cross Gary, Indiana and become closer to Detroit, you better keep those lips locked because
Yeah.
we don't
well,
take kindly
here's the
to
thing,
gold, yellow Laurel types.
I'm not.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm not driving through Gary, Indiana. You got to be kidding me.
Oh,
Oh, you don't
The
have a license,
smell.
huh?
The
I knew
smell.
Yeah, we also, you guys are from Detroit, Michigan. We're from Chicago, Illinois. But we came together to shit on not just Indiana, but also Ohio. You know?
Yeah.
We're part of the Midwest, but we're better than Ohio.
Really, just the whole Midwest, except
Yo.
for Chicago and Detroit. Everything else bad.
Yo, check this out. I got an impression of a comedian. Hey, this is an impression. I'm a comedian from Ohio. Psych. I'm actually from Chicago.
Oh.
I
See what I
don't
did
get
there?
it, but that's good.
Yeah.
So he moved for the industry, Grant. He moved for job opportunities in comedy in Toledo.
That makes
That was the inside baseball.
Well, I just want to say that once the water wars of North America and really the greater world kick off, as the representative from Michigan, I will give you guys a little piece of Lake Michigan. I feel like you guys have earned it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just don't turn it green.
Did we decide where we're
no
at?
promises, my friend. When St. Patrick's Day comes around, we may not be able to keep that promise.
It goes the other way, though. That's the thing. It doesn't go into the lake. It goes away from the lake.
Oh, we'll keep it away from you then.
Did we ever figure out where we are at on Minnesota and Wisconsin?
Both bad.
I would say
Both bad?
Wisconsin is better than Ohio.
Yeah. Are we doing a tier ranking stream? Is that what this
We should
is?
do that. We should rank the Midwest states sometime on not even like any of the other ones, just the Midwest.
Well, you
rank
know,
them.
there's like disagreements as to what even constitutes Midwest too. Some
Right.
people are like Chicago, not Midwest, and it's
It
like
is.
what? It is like it's the middle of the Midwest. What
It's
the fuck
like-
are you talking about?
Well, not ideologically. It's like yes, mostly yes, and also
Yeah.
we're in the middle of the West.
I mean,
Idiots.
that is kind of like something that you guys need to argue about because we're in Eastern time. So, I mean, we're just kind of.
you guys are.
We-
I mean,
New
we're
York,
ahead
baby.
about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are in the
Yeah.
New York time zone.
We figured it out an hour ago. Now we're just sitting around.
Some people say like Kansas and Oklahoma are the Midwest. I'm like, what are you crazy? Like or like Missouri?
Or people go as far as to say Colorado, and it's like
Yeah.
that's its
No.
own thing, man.
No, fuck
No.
no. I would go. That's the
that's-
Southwest.
That's like West.
Kind of the Southwest.
No, it's not South.
That's
What is
pussy.
what is
West,
what is
dude.
the Southwest? Just
Fuck
Arizona?
Colorado.
Yeah.
New
Yeah,
Mexico?
Don't,
It gets its own- it
don't
gets
even
its own
talk
region?
about Arizona.
Well, there's New Mexico.
Oh, that's right. Let's just do a bit on every state. How about the Dakotas? 2 of them? Really? We need
Yeah,
two?
come on.
Anyway, let's get to the important stuff from the show.
This is
The
like a Dave
Sufjan
Rubin
Stevens
stand-up
of-
bit. This is just
Yeah.
list off.
Oh, you mean it's really
places.
funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say, just to wrap this bit up real quick, I just want to say that I think we can come together and identify as Third Coast.
Yes.
Does that,
Okay.
that work for you guys?
I would
Yeah,
love to
I,
come
I
together,
would
dude.
like to, yeah, as somebody who has noticed that only people on Twitter with blue check marks are from the coastal cities. I would like one, and I'll say, yeah, hey, I'm on the Third Coast. Yeah, Lake Michigan, it's a coast.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the blue check mark. The blue is for water.
Oh, that's right.
But
We'll
you
see
all are
how-
not ready to have that conversation.
We'll see how much
But
they
y'all-
want to be on their coast in like 10 years when we're the only people around freshwater in this country, right?
All
gonna
these
be
fucking,
awesome.
yeah, people are gonna be like climbing up the, we're
Blaine-
like like splashing up the like Chicago and Detroit are just these like pillars of society, like surrounded by ocean water and just dead bodies for miles from just climate devastation. And I'll look down and I'll say no.
Yeah.
I mean, but also if everyone else is running out of the water, what are the odds that us 4 retards could find water in the wild? That's
Five
good.
First of
us.
all, 5 retards.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay, well, so I'm definitely not finding water, but you guys
What
have
do
a
you
better
mean
chance.
Yeah,
find
you're right.
water
You're
in
not
the
gonna find
wild? I
water.
just drive to one of the giant lakes.
How are you going to drive? You're going to go to the gas station during the apocalypse?
Yeah, it's a water shortage, not gas. What are you talking about?
So you're saying if no one has water, everyone's going to be able to fuel their truck?
Yeah, what do you think gas is? You think gas
Fuel?
is made with water?
I'm saying what's going to be the first to go, water or gas, and what's more important?
I mean, water will be the first to go because they can make money off of gas.
How are you going to be going to a gas station if you're that thirsty?
I'm just gonna let this happen for an hour.
You guys, you see what I have to deal with on this podcast? You see, there's just the constant bickering over whether or not gas is water or not.
I didn't want to say anything last night, Brett, but I know, like, I'm like, for once, a time of peace, we're not talking about gas versus water. That
Yeah.
classic debate,
They don't mix.
I've tried it in my car. It doesn't work.
Have you tried in your gut?
Yeah, but I
Gas.
breathe fire after, so it's kind of cool.
They should use that Bill Gates machine where he's like, hey, Bill, instead of turning your poo into water, turn it into gas.
Turn gas into
Does he have a machine that does that?
ATM?
Yeah.
Allegedly, yes. He's
Yeah.
been drinking poo water for quite some time.
He would.
Oh yeah, Mr. Genius. Oh hey Einstein, I'm not drinking my own poo. Yeah, who's the genius here? Anyway, let's go to a show news. Get to a bit of show news here. Twitch.tv/ThoughtCops. We're streaming every Wednesday night and Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We were doing a tier ranking stream this week. We ranked the Simpsons characters. We ranked vegetables. I'm trying to think what else we did.
Who came out on top on the vegetables?
I don't honestly.
all the dick-shaped ones.
Basically,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
anything phallic shaped, anything, anything, yeah. Up there at the top, baby. But yeah, Grant, you've been doing some more Paper Mario.
That's happening.
Yeah,
it didn't happen last time. It was the tier ranking one, but it's on there. It happens.
So yeah, give us a follow. Twitch.tv/ThoughtCops.
Mostly it's me playing, and then Leo the Incredible in the chat just screaming about whatever boss I'm about to fight, just nonstop. He has bloodlust for the bosses of Paper Mario.
And that's what you're missing out on, folks. Speaking of missing out, we forgot about a segment we mentioned for a long time on the show, the iTunes reviews. If you go ahead and search for Thought Cops on iTunes, leave a 5-star review. We'll read it on the show. So without further ado, this week's Thought Cops 5-star review comes from Ty320. He says, join Kevin and Grant as they take on the most annoying, toxic, cringy, and otherwise problematic characters and content from the internet. The problem I have with a lot of other podcasts is that they don't have a clear and properly sized scope. Not the case with Thought Cops. If you've ever ranted about something people are doing on Facebook or Twitter, these guys have probably talked about it. Give him a listen. Speaking of listen, can't wait to hear you guys read my 5-star review.
Hey, and there it is. You broke down that fourth wall right there at the end.
Yeah. And that was a pretty good log line, too. Might steal it later. I don't know.
That's basically better than how we describe the show.
Yeah.
So if you want to leave your own 5-star review, we also will read that on the show. So do that. It helps, I guess. I don't know if it does. Maybe it doesn't. It looks good when we have, a bunch of reviews and then they're all 5 stars. That looks good. I don't know if it helps us with reach or anything. It probably doesn't. But
what about
it's like a thing. If your mom asks you how your podcast is going, you can show it to her.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, look, somebody said we police the cringy people on the internet.
Yeah.
That's nice. Anyway, let's get to a very famous segment, 2 Minutes of Hate, where we like to blanket punish all that annoying random crap that we see every single week on the internet, every single day, every single waking minute that I'm alive. I'm on my phone. I'm looking at it. I'm looking for a reason to get angry. I'm looking for a reason to get mad. Ooh, here it is. I'm sick and tired of articles that talk about quote unquote director's cuts of movies, where they say the director says, oh, actually, if we used all the footage for the movie, it would be 20 hours long. Oh, actually, my movie would be 5 hours long if we used all the footage that we wanted to use. And it's like, people are constantly reporting on this because of the Snyder Cut, which is, I believe, 4 hours long.
And that's what people are talking about, just like the length, not like, it would be good. Just
No, because that's
it'll be a
what-
20-hour-long movie.
Black and
That's
white.
what
There's
people
no
like.
color. That sucks.
No, one of them has there is
Not
a
a
color
dog.
version, then there's a black and white version that I think is 5 minutes longer. It has more Joker. So they're saying, this is what film criticism on the internet has kind of come down to. The lowest common denominator we're pandering to here is them saying that if the movie is as long as possible, that means it's good. Throw in as many special effects, make it as long as possible. I don't care, So it was the same thing with, and I think it was actually a quote that got mangled from the director of Kong versus Godzilla, where he said, if we used, everything we want, all the footage we'd have, it would be like an 8-hour movie. And it's like, these are people who don't know how movies work or how movies are made, and that multiple shoots take place. There's lots and lots of raw footage that ends up on the cutting room floor. Most of it is crap. So it's like, would you want to see an 8-hour Kong versus Godzilla movie? No, I'm going to tell you right now, you wouldn't want to see it, because this is people saw whoever read into the Snyder Cut and was like, wow, this is amazing. Or even The Irishman was 4 hours long. Could have been half that length. And
I'm so glad that I took an edible and just melted in the couch when I watched The Irishman, because I don't think I would have lasted any other way.
It's horrible. That's just I know it's not the most common opinion, but I didn't like it.
Wasn't there a recent article, there's a 15-hour Mrs. Doubtfire cut, they said somewhere, where I think she's meaner or says the F. I don't know. Something she fights dark side.
For a second, I thought you were kidding. I'm like, wait, no, I did hear about the Doubtfire cut. Yeah,
there's an R-rated cut. I don't know if it's longer or not.
I think it is.
I mean, it's obviously going to be longer, but it's not going to. I don't know if it's 15 hours, but
if it's longer, how many extra pie scenes is there where she like opens the fridge and puts her face in a pie and goes, "Hello." She, like,
I mean,
Well,
if it's long,
We're
there's
talking
gotta be more
possibly
of
3.5
those.
hours of that. I mean, I would watch it. I don't know. You know,
The article said that the only different cuts they had were like different like ratings that they would get from the Motion Picture Association of America, and they said it went up to NC-17. So there is an NC-17 Mrs. Doubtfire cut.
Damn,
So you
how
think-
hard.
do you see her titties? Do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
That's
One can only
everybody
imagine.
defaults to
And
that.
wait.
You know, and
The moms?
I think it was Zack Snyder who kind of broke open this Pandora's box. You know,
IO fact checker in the chat says he denied that no NC-17,
Damn.
and he says who cares comedy.
I mean,
So-
we could throw.
there's nothing
something
funnier
together
than
that make it
facts and
NC-17.
interrupting the fucking bit.
Well,
For
I mean,
facts.
to be fair, I interrupted the bit with facts, so that's a
I
me
legitimate.
problem.
I'm sorry. No, that is absolutely like I thought there was an NC-17 code. I'm glad that was fact checked. I don't want to be out here talking about some
important.
shit that
Yeah.
would never exist.
I mean, for all we know, there is though. You know, we'll never know. We'll never fucking see it because that it was lost to the cutting room floor. That damn floor. It's always
Dude, I
eating up
hate
all the
floors.
best parts of all these movies. You know, it's like I think it goes back a little bit further even to the Lord of the Rings movies because they had the theatrical cuts and they had the extended cuts. And people, you know, I think the extended cuts are good, but it does kind of mess, like some of the pacing can be a little wonky because
There's too many just make the fucking movie. You know what I mean? It's like just have the canonical story and then just that's it. You know what I mean? It's like when an album like releases bonus tracks. It's like, but just have the album because I want the beginning and the end of the album to be good and I want it to be a cohesive album. And you don't need to throw in a garbage song that was a B-side on the end. Just make a good album. I don't need more album. Just make it a good one.
But it's extra.
I don't want
bigger,
extra.
Bigger
I
is
want
better, as
good.
they say.
You don't want an
Hey,
extra
guys.
num-num?
But don't you
Did
want
you
to see
hear-
when they were kids? Do you want to
Yeah.
hear about their kid when they were all little kids and stuff?
Do you need
growing
an
up?
extra num-num? Who
Did
doesn't
you hear
want a num-num? Come on.
they're releasing the extended background of the Mona Lisa, so you get to see where she was sitting.
They finally reveal if she's smiling or not. I think in this one,
And at who?
right?
Right, it's a 360 thing. You can swivel around to see the other side.
But
Sounds-
the Snyder
sounds
cut
like
was
everyone
largely
wants
just because
extra num-nums, though.
there was a different director, right? Like
Yes.
the Doubtfire cut, it's just the same guy, right? So at least it's like, at least the Snyder cut is like a different person is telling you this story. That
Right.
kind of makes sense a little. It still shouldn't have been 4
Well,
hours. I don't know.
The
why it
whole
was
thing
4
with
hours.
the Doubtfire thing too is I think that's pretty common practice in Hollywood when they have a certain movie like that they'll like the MPAA will like say, oh, you can't, this scene is unacceptable, this scene is unacceptable, and like for some studios, I think this is what like the South Park guys ran into or something like that when they made the South Park movie, was that like they will or they won't tell you what edits need to be made. You just take it to them and they say yes or no, so they'll do like multiple cuts of different things. So it's just like I don't even think that's a cuts issue. That's just like practice to get around like censorship.
Yeah.
You know, I got a good punishment though, just because it's just basically talking about the more of the discourse around these movies and how it's like a lot of these like movie outlets are like advertising it as bigger equals better, you know? And this is the ultimate cut, the director's vision. I say we bring back you remember from like the early 2000s, like mid 2000s, where every comedy movie that was released had the theatrical cut, and then like the DVD would have like the sick, fucking disgusting, like Anchorman, like unleaded and uncut, and it had to have that banner at the top, and it was like that's
The
what I'm
bad
watching
boy
at the
cut.
sleepover. You know,
I think that usually just meant there was like an scene, an extra scene with a couple pairs of tits in it. And
It
that
was
was
like
all
that.
meant.
It was that, or they let like Seth Rogen like riff an extra like 3 minutes and 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy,
You know,
indeed.
You know who I gotta feel sympathetic for is the guy who grabbed every copy of the DVD before it went out and said, "No, this has got to be stamped."
It's got that big red stamp on it, like over the cover. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I say they should bring that back. You know, with all these movies, like I want to see like the Snyder cut. You know, like raunchier than ever.
Right.
The version they couldn't show in theaters.
Have you ever seen Wake Up Ron Burgundy? You mentioned Anchorman. Like when they originally released it on DVD, there's like a whole nother movie that they made with like just stuff they cut out. And it's like has a whole subplot with like Chuck D from Public Enemy in it and stuff.
Damn, you were deep into these fucking extra direct.
Yeah, right.
DVDs.
Yeah, I thought I was going to see some
Holy
titties.
shit.
Yeah.
It released the Anchorman, the 5-hour Anchorman cut. Holy shit, it's real.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
I've never describe your fable.
You talking to me? It was a real thing. It was like another extra DVD that came with the original one. It's
What
like
do you do with Chuck D?
I think he was like a Black Panther style revolutionary. And, you know, it took place in like the 60s, 70s or whatever. So it was
And
some
Ron
sort of,
Burgundy saved him?
No, I think he just
how
like.
the hell
did
did I miss this?
I don't think it was out very long, and it's never been like played on TV. It was a thing that just came with like a DVD.
Or theaters, we know that much.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Too sick and disgusting for theaters. Anyway, who else wants to go first for the 2 minutes of hate? I know, Brett. How about you? You've been on the show. You know, you're a veteran. You know, lead the way.
Warm it up so the other two can slide right in.
Exactly.
Okay. So let me just preface my 2 minutes of hate by saying this. This might be a 2 minutes of hate that results in me with a smug look on my face with knives all around my neck as if a bunch of people are trying to kill me.
Oh man.
Or
no.
Don't tell me.
Or, you know, maybe if that isn't vivid enough for you, perhaps you could envision me as John Wick, surrounded by loaded pistols.
Now,
Holy shit.
Brett, I gotta ask, what did you say to end up in that position with guns or knives all pointed at you? And you got a little smirk on your face. What did you say?
I'll tell you what I said. I said,
Tell me.
tell me you would end up in this position with a certain take without telling me you'd end up in this position without a certain take.
That's wild, man.
Just this idea that, like, you know, everything like these viral posts that like somehow get shared and then another wave of being shared like ironically and then another wave of like post ironic where it just kind of devolves into it, where it's really just like, tell me something about yourself.
Yeah, and it's like we're so hard pressed to like be sincere that we have to, like you said, go through this fucking irony filter.
Right.
That takes like it took like 2 years to get to this point. We've been seeing this stupid fucking image from that Disney movie with all the swords around him to kind of come back around. Where now it's like the people who were making fun of it like 9 months ago are now being like, oh, can I talk about myself? Can I talk about myself now?
Yeah.
I feel like I've never experienced what is known as speed dating, but I've seen a lot of movies that have a scene where a character is speed dating. And the whole thing with speed dating is they have like a card and you talk to the person, you ask the question. It feels like everything has to be like a prompt now. Like instead of just like, hey, you know what I think about the Snyder cut is this, and this. It has to be like, a bunch of people are going to point some knives at my fucking throat. But here I go anyway. And it's just like, just say your thing. Just give your opinion.
Right. Like in the early days of the internet, we often saw like these platforms as a way to just kind of like talk about what we want. But now there are like tutorials that kind of say like, hey, if you're looking for some content to post, maybe this. Do a tutorial. Like it's a very
Mad Libs, yeah.
Right.
Yes, a Mad Lib style of like self-expression where you're just like, oh, I think I'll do this Mad Lib today.
I think I saw someone tweet like a post making fun of those kind of like prompt posts. You're like, name a song you know. And then they just they tweet it.
It's weird too, because I feel like we're coming from an era not too long ago where it was like, oh, you can have your own MySpace and look, you can just like code your own page and like, even like Tumblr to a certain extent. I know Tumblr's like garbage, but like you could make your own thing. You could do your own thing. And it just slowly devolved into just like, hey, people's attention spans sure are getting shorter. Just do you fill out the form. And it's just like it's gone from creativity to fill out the form, fill out a job application. That's Twitter now. Fill out a job application.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell me your strengths and weaknesses without telling me your strengths and weaknesses. But it is kind of like it is sort of like this whole thing where before you, like you said, you could code something and you'd make something. And now it's like, hey, if you give me your email address so I can monetize it, I'll give you a glitter graphic that everybody else has.
And those guys are also like guys that will also like share videos and stuff from other people's posts without like attributing them to, like, they're just aggregators of other shit. And then their other thing is just to ask you the dumbest question because you can't think about what to type into the machine today.
Yeah. Like, what's that? Yeah. Who's that one guy? Like, there's just like this one account. He's like a blue check mark guy where he just every like 20 minutes just posts the most generic like catch-all stuff on Twitter.
It's like every
Dan Bilzerian, dude. Yeah.
Was it? Is
that
like
what his name is? Ladies.
Is it Eric Alper?
Yes. Where he's like every like name your favorite movie from 1994.
I think that's who that one tweet was making fun of because he was like, he's a music guy and he's like, "What's your favorite song about love?" Yes. Some shit about that, like that.
Oh, and you know what? Another like level to this, like one step beyond, is the wrong answers only prompt, which is just purely like I fall for it all the time because I think I'm clever sometimes, but it's just like it's just a trick to get people to like engage and then like bump up the comments.
But even like meme formats are kind of like that too, right? It's essentially like plug and play jokes. Where you have the blanks and you just fill it in with this is what Scumbag Steve is reacting to today or whatever.
Right. It's a job application. It's a personality test. It's all these things that everybody hates. And they're like, that's just the internet now.
Yeah.
This is fun.
And it's so funny because like we were talking about yesterday on stream, we were looking at all of these memes from 2014 and stuff. And I was actually like kind of like, it took me a minute to remember that they were actually like in a way like way more creative than just like the I guess the viral things of today. Like, oh man, talks outside hit different in these, and it's just like a pair of socks or something.
Yeah, right.
Damn. So you're saying that memes are bastardized now?
I'm saying that. Yeah, I don't know. They've been like the whole idea of them starts from bastardization, but the bastardization doubles down so much to the point where it just loses all of its like effect.
And then it's a fucking formula.
Well, they're like street jokes now, right? You just you can say this street jokes work all the time because
Evil
they are
karma,
they have that formula down, the beats and all that stuff,
right.
And
it's basically like. When you POV, you're three guys walking into a bar.
Yeah.
Like an asterisk.
Yeah, right. Guys. Yeah. Like
anyway,
me, three rabbis, asterisk walked into. Yeah. So that's my 2 minutes of hate, and I guess my blanket punishment would be just. I guess a world. So like, how like people are afraid of vaccine passports. They have to do that. But instead of having the vaccine, they just have to tell them like, what's a like in order to like get into like a concert or something, they have to like name like a scene from a cartoon that you didn't get until you were older. Like every single time, like you just forced into a lifetime of having to come up with this shit.
That's good.
Jokes for adults in Disney movies. Name 3. Oh God, I don't know. Get Out.
That's a smoke the whole pack sort of style, yeah.
Blain, anything on your mind, man? Anything you want to get off your chest for us? We're here for
2 minutes of hate. I'll give it to stand-up comedians. I'll give it to them. Who do you think you are?
Also, he's looking in front of a mirror right now.
Yeah, I'm looking right at myself. I've been doing stand-up for like 8 years. And this year...
How dare you?
Particularly...
Where do you get off?
I was like very ashamed to say that. I mean, I normally am, but like this year especially because like all this cancel culture shit that like only people who are famous for talking and like make a living saying terrible shit, those are the only people who say something about cancel culture. Like, no one's getting canceled at McDonald's. No one, even these guys, like Chris D'Elia is still back. So like canceling isn't a thing. That's never happened. And the idea that like you guys think Elon Musk is cool, all these stand-up comedians, you got what kind of like we're supposed to be like the truth to power people. Like that's kind of the fake thing that we pretend we're
right.
But like Elon sucks. He's not even a cool rich person. Like, you know, like
plugs too.
Yeah, he's a nerd and he just builds like rockets. Who cares about that? Like,
yeah, we're not.
There's Elon was trending because one of his coworkers said that he could create a real Jurassic Park. So that's pretty cool.
Well, he chose
Also,
not to. You see,
hold on. How is no one talking about Blain's voice cracking at that part? Come on.
I thought that was for dramatic effect. I didn't want to say anything.
It was my 2 minutes of hate.
passion.
Yeah, I was just going. I was going hard.
You're supposed to
I'm
get
with you.
I thought you were crying.
And it's
But Blaine, don't you remember that classic Lenny Bruce bit where he defended the Rockefeller family?
yeah.
That's where we are now. Yeah, it's just, and another reason, it's been a weird year just for the culture around stand-up comedies because of the act of live performing in the last year has been obviously hotly debated for good reason, and there's people who have been who have chose to still grind and hustle.
The dumbest motherfuckers in the like.
Yeah, but they be grind on.
No, it's like, first of all, how good does the show have to be for you to risk everyone getting like these are a lot of these people are just open micers who aren't good, and they just think like, I guess
they
like
be grinding.
I don't know if you guys know the show Kill Tony. It's a show where like open micers go on stage and just get made fun of by professionals who like are at the top of the industry.
Okay.
That was one of the only shows going on during the pandemic.
Sounds
the one
right.
where we make fun of the people who don't make money at this career.
And I'm starting to see the flaws here. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like it's the same as any other thing during this pandemic is the lack of like self-awareness, and then like not even thinking about like rethinking what you're doing. Like we're all gonna really be like the Joe Rogan guys. We want to be that. Like I have to learn MMA now to do stand-up.
Dude,
is
look
that the
at
deal?
your hat right now. Come on.
You're
already in his camp.
This is entirely possible. This is a basketball player's hat.
Okay.
Yeah, I would fit in totally. It would be.
We know.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, then I have to like say I don't know about these masks all the time. Like that's what I have to say now because that's how I have to be friends with Joe Rogan. Is
yeah.
I do.
Are you a rogue head or not?
No, it's just the devil's advocate position is the virus isn't real. That's what they decided.
And a lot of these guys are like they're getting like the exposure from posting videos of themselves like inside comedy clubs, like doing a selfie, like I'm here, I'm doing my fucking job. Everybody's like, woo, yeah, Tim Dillon, you rock.
and they're all like, we gotta support these comedy clubs, even though for the last 2 decades, all we've heard is they're scam artists trying to cheat us out of money.
From the same fucking people, too.
Yeah, it does. It's insane. And I don't know what, like, and every fucking comedian is like, their dad is in Lockheed Martin or something. I don't know even know anymore.
There does seem to be a level to it that, like, a lot of people, I feel like there's a lot of stand-up comedians now, and I don't know to what degree it's like, to what percentage it is, but there seems to be a lot of people that are like, oh, I listen to Joe Rogan and Legion of Skanks and Tim Dillon, and I've based my entire personality and being around that. And it's just like, you're like, it's just like, why can't you just do a thing and just do the thing that you want to do? Why do you have to be another person about it? Just do the thing that you want to do. God fucking damn it. And then the other thing is just like, just the whole concept of stand-up comedy. I don't know.
The problem is a lot of the thing that a lot of those guys want to do is actually just join the Proud Boys. Like that's
Right,
the
so
problem
just
is
do
that's what they
that.
want to do,
Yeah.
and they won't because they think
They don't know where to get the fucking like membership cards.
Right,
Just
yeah.
hit up blainhill.com at gmail.com.
They're-
He send them to you.
they're too fat for a Fred Perry shirt. I think is the deal.
Did you ever own one?
No,
Me neither.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Damn, Thought Cops totally did. Huh.
Yeah.
So right now, the chat is editing photos of us because I'm wearing a tank top and Kevin's wearing a sweater, and someone put fake snow over Kevin and bright sunshine
Dude,
over
I
me.
was wondering about
my
that.
Yes,
I was
people,
like,
people in the chat were like, wow, what is the temperature in Chicago right now? They're dressed completely differently.
I was talking about this on the last episode, the yin and the yang, man.
And then for the record,
Yeah.
yeah, we're recording this at web. We can actually all see each other for once.
Yeah.
We got our webcams on. So yeah, everybody in the chat is like, "What? This is what's been going on in that
This is
room."
what these fucking people look like.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I liked it better when I just
Yeah.
heard what they sounded like. They sounded repulsive. I could at least stand that, but looking at them, that's a bridge too far.
I have to shout out the emojis here, like with the sun over Grant and the snow over Kevin. That's like, you see those like ASCII like art things, and it's like, how the fuck do people like come up with this? It's so clever. And then like I'm seeing it in real life, like I'm seeing the seeds of that type of thing.
That's true. The emojis in this Discord have taken a long time, but they are plentiful. We have a lot of them.
Damn, that's the real work, huh? That's what you got to do for this stuff, huh?
Yeah. It's all in the emojis. We saw the Emoji Movie and we were just like, we got to cash in.
That
Right.
Yes.
Let me see. Do they got an extended cut of that? Let's see that, right? Let's see the 4-hour cut of the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, there's
Whatever
an
they showed in China,
17 cut.
basically.
Yeah, I get.
yeah. I want to see the red bar
Yeah.
preview of it.
Yeah.
I get to see the origin of the poop emoji.
Yeah. And it
Right.
ain't good, let me tell
No,
you.
it's that's why they got NC-17 probably.
Yeah.
Well, what
Well, so
happens
it was
in
whatever,
the
like,
NC-17
you know that juice
cut?
that Steve Jobs drank. That's the stuff like
Oh, no.
What
it was.
do you
It was a
Different.
it was a colon cleanser, and that was the
Water?
poop emoji was
Didn't he
birthed
die
by
from
his.
colon cancer?
Ugh, I don't know.
Do you think that juice caused it?
I don't know.
No,
but
no,
all
no.
I'm saying is that's
he
where the emoji came
tried to cure his cancer by drinking juice.
What kind of
Juice,
cancer was
damn.
it, though?
I believe cancer of the iPod.
Smart guy cancer.
Damn, dude. I definitely thought it was cancer of the dongle.
Yeah.
That's too fucking
I
smart.
hate these dongles.
Cancer of the dongle.
Oh, but, Blaine, did you have a punishment for that whole?
So I
stand-up
punishment
scene?
for all stand-up comedians.
Suck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least the stand-up scene of current day, you could say.
Oof. Can't just like drop a large rock on all of them. We can't do this.
No, you absolutely could. Yeah, like
do whatever you
I got a
want.
piano, but not a rock.
Okay.
you
yeah.
could, like guide them to a cliff.
Hey, yeah,
you know?
and the funny thing is, when you drop the piano on them, their head pokes out of the piano, and they have piano keys for teeth.
Yeah.
And then we can start
Hilarious.
hear the fucking the piano notes and everything
Yeah.
as they're like,
As they drop out.
and their head is like kind of like an accordion, like going
Yeah.
back and forth, and it's very fun.
It's
You got to
still
see
okay.
it.
It's
oral.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Look,
Giant-
yeah, the rules of the show are like, this can be unusual. So, banana peels, getting stuck in a
Cruel
doorway,
and
all that stuff is
unusual.
on the table.
Pie
Yeah.
in the face.
Sucking
I
off a
mean, if you have
doorknob
to,
every
I
now
won't
and then.
stop you.
Just a lot of Wile E. Coyote stuff. I do a sign that looks like it's a faraway list to a sign up for an open mic, and then it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
is just like they run into a wall.
It's like a big painted the stand, and we're just like it's on the side of a canyon wall, and they just like boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's a big like Tim Dillon shaped hole in the wall.
I dress up as sexy Elon Musk to distract them from what they were trying to do before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're floating, and they're like
Damn.
floating in the air, like with their like hind legs behind them, just like
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're confused sexually forever.
scar them.
Take that, comedy.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of comedy, Bart!
What?
Boy,
What's your 2 minutes of hate?
Oh, dude, 2 minutes of hate is online sexual education,
okay.
Yeah, I just don't.
You think it's we shouldn't love our beautiful bodies.
We should leave it to the parents.
No. We should I mean, leave a lot up to intuition, but we should love our bodies.
Okay. So online sexual education. Where do I go for this?
I mean, all you need is one man to teach you.
Who's that man?
I mean, it could be an elder. It could be a family friend.
A trusted family friend.
A trusted fella.
Are there any examples of online sexual education that you've seen recently?
Looking for. Thought Cops, the grooming podcast. What?
I mean,
is that kind of what you're getting at here? Like grooming?
Yeah, is that what you want to
what?
replace these YouTube channels with?
Are you just talking about JOI videos?
What's that?
Jack off
ask.
instruction.
Oh. No.
Is that what you mean by online sex education?
No, that's like
somehow.
I mean, that's like that's not real. Come on, you know what to do.
JOI videos, it totally is real.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying, but you know how to. You don't need to watch that crap, right?
It's a bunch of fake fucking people who pretend they don't know how to jerk off. Watching these videos, makes me sick.
Yeah.
It's all these people who are creating pornography content going like looking at a list of potential content they could put out there, like tutorial. Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. I mean, that's huge. I mean, like how to tie a tie, how to jerk off,
Look, I mean, it's just too much. All we need is one man in person to teach, the most important thing, to keep us safe, to keep us well.
Bart,
right,
top three most important things too. You've already named one. It was sexual education. What are the other two?
Kissing.
I see. I feel like that kind of falls under the same umbrella.
I find myself agreeing with
Can't
Kevin.
contain himself.
I just got to know.
All right. Okay, but number 3, which is
Jesus.
So number 2 is a series of question marks, and then 3 is profit.
I like this.
I mean, basically, but I mean, for real, number 3, which is actually really number 1, is learning how to put on a condom. And let me tell you.
And
Tell
you're saying
us.
this? Yeah, you're saying this is a problem that people are learning from sort of these like, how do you say, dark corners of the internet how to put a condom
Like just
on.
from a YouTube video with like a banana is
Look,
your problem?
No. See, you can't do it properly with a banana because no one has a peel. And so
Some people,
That's your problem.
you know what, I'm going to leave that one alone.
This guy's never seen a uncircumcised penis, I guess.
The problem is when you give Bart rules, I said, hey, come with like a 2-minute hit thing. He'll be like, how do I like subvert these rules? And
Yeah.
okay, but anyways, so I mean, really, you just kind of need like, fuck, oh, god damn it.
I don't.
Get the
I
bed
feel
out.
like I'm on drugs right now. I don't know what.
All you need is one man.
So you're okay. Who would? Now I hate to say it, but if you asked certain websites, I don't want to. I hate to say Reddit.com. You say, hey, name one man who should lead the way and teach us how to be sexual. They would say Daddy Musk.
Yeah, they would say Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Dude, all right, this is great. So you got to get Daddy Musk, and he teaches you how to put on a condom. But if you're gonna have sex with somebody, you want to be sexy. So he's gonna teach you how to put it on with his own mouth.
This was a South Park episode.
Yeah.
Was this?
Yeah.
What are you angry about, though? Aren't you supposed to be angry about something for this?
Yeah, I'm fucking angry that no one is showing me how to put condoms on with my mouth.
Yeah, Mr. Garrison was teaching like the kindergartners how to do it with his mouth, with their mouths.
They make it fun of
Yeah.
everybody on that show.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
do. They
Damn.
pull no punches.
Yeah, they really.
Well,
I'm always tuning in every week to see what my opinion is on various subjects.
Well, so what's your punishment for? I don't know what we're talking about. What do you do?
online sexual education.
Just a one man.
His punishment is a one man to lead the way, and that man is Elon Musk. And he's showing you. He's like, He's like, put the condom in your mouth. And he's like, he like puts it in his bottom lip like a fucking like pack of Skull, you know?
Damn, that would be a good move. If you were into doing that, that would be like a cool trick, like tying a cherry stem together with your tongue.
Dude, I'm glad you told Blaine that, because he was like gumming it up on the top teeth and like scraping.
No, I'm just saying if you wanted to do that in a cool way.
It's like, what was it like? People at bars like trying to like. It wasn't like a thing of like the 70s or 60s. People at bars to pretend like they would like tie a cherry stem with their tongue in their mouth to kind of like, hey, look what I can do. And it's like, imagine like bringing a condom to a bar, and, like, tying it in your
spitting
mouth.
out a balloon animal.
Like,
here's a sword.
Anyway, let's move right along to the main segment of the show. So if you haven't listened to Thought Cops
the main
before,
segment of the show, when I do my 2 minutes of hate, that's what everybody wants. That's everybody's been waiting for it. They're like, yeah, let's get on to the main part.
That's what I meant to say.
Where Grant does all the talking.
Yes, the main part. Right. Yeah, go off.
I don't have one this week. Let's go.
Come on, man. You're an angry guy. I know you got something.
Yeah, okay. We're talking about memes and just the recyclability of a lot of these things. One thing that I've noticed that has become like a recycled format is, and I'm noticing this especially from the ticking and the talking that I do in my free time when I'm scrolling that app. I'm taking my thumb, I'm going up because I don't want to watch your videos anymore.
Thumbs up them, dude.
I'm thumbs up in every video that I watch. I just love all of them.
Literally, you are.
One thing that I've noticed that this style of content creation was popularized by a man named Bill Wirtz. And we must have all seen Bill Wirtz, right? Everybody know who Bill Wirtz is?
The name rings a bell, but I'm going to need some.
Probably seen some of his videos. If you just Google him real quick, you'll see he makes like these 5 to 10 second long videos, and they're just like, I did something bad today. And that's it. Like, it's just.
Oh, Gilbert in the chat says History of Japan.
History of Japan.
Yeah, you showed me this guy. Yeah.
That was his big video where he's like, and then the United States said, knock, knock, open up. It's us. The United States, open your doors. You know, like that, just sort of short, choppy, but it's like musical and it's visual. And I'm scrolling on this TikTok app and I see this all over now, which is just people that are like, I don't want to do my laundry. And it's like, this is like not even good Bill Wirtz. Like Bill Wirtz he had an incredible voice. He made weird music. He made short, funny videos, and you're just like ripping his fucking shtick. Like, just find your own thing. Do your own version of that. You know, like you can't just take someone singing random short songs about different things and just be like, I'll just do this myself. Because it's never as good.
Well, it's like you said earlier. It's like, just be someone else about it, you know?
Yeah, just do the thing. Just do the fucking thing. Why is it so hard for people to do the fucking thing? You don't have to rip off other people to do things. You can just do a thing.
I'll tell you why.
And it can just be a thing that you've done.
It's because they can't. They are incapable. That's it. It's that simple. You know, a lot of people out there, they're not as talented as the 5 of us, you know, for example. They can't, come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4, 5, 4.5 of us can do this. You know, we're practically freaking geniuses.
Or here's a good idea. If you want to, maybe I'll save this for sort of the. I can just get into the punishment because this isn't that interesting. But there's a book that's called like Steal Like an Artist or something like that, and it's just like, hey, good artists borrow, great artists steal, but just steal from as many people as you can. Because if you steal from one person, you're a ripoff. But if you steal from 2 people or 3 people, if you steal from everybody, that's just called you're a person. You're a human being. Like, just read that book and fucking like eat the book, rip it apart and eat every single fucking page of it. And then just do something unique. Do something a little bit different from what everybody else is doing. Because I'm scrolling on this app at 3 a.m. and I'm trying to see, like, what's the next big thing? What's the next funny thing? And it's all people that are just like, I tried flipping a pancake and it sort of fell on the side weird, and now it's weird looking.
Is that
and
kind of
it's
like
that's
popular?
not good.
Is that popular on there?
Dude, some of those videos get so many fucking hits. Like just
Now that
a
you
million
just-
likes, man.
Now that you describe it, I've definitely seen this before.
Yeah.
And
It's like Hamilton stuff.
Oh,
Like
Is
that
that what
kind
that
of
is?
that vibe, at least, of like a dork singing.
Oh, that.
right,
More or less,
where the
yeah.
joke,
sexless
like,
man.
You're
yeah,
not
where
wrong,
the
yeah.
joke kind of originates is like, I'm not the kind of guy that would be singing this type of thing, you know?
Right.
But it's like,
And
because
it's just
I
like,
am.
I'm making a big deal about a mundane activity. It's like, yeah.
Oh,
It's,
put
like,
an
been
axe in their
done.
head.
And
Yeah.
I'm the asshole for not liking it. It's like that's the kind of thing. It's like people will share that in like the Slack chat at work or whatever the hell it is, and it's like, and I feel bad for like, is there something wrong with me? Am I evil? Is like, no, this just sucks. That's all it
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
you know. And
And like you watch a Bill Wirtz video and like I don't watch the guy's content anymore because after a while like the jokes get old or whatever, but it's like they're good quality, you know, like I said, he has a good singing voice. He has very effective jokes. It like the videos themselves are good, and you watch people that just put zero effort in, and it's just like, I'm never not going to compare you to this. So just do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody who's like making any sort of content or any kind of like anything that's like just a pursuit of like a creative thing, you know, one
Right.
thing hits and everyone goes, oh, that's the way to do it. When so everyone will gravitate towards what they've already seen work, when that's not the way creativity works. So it's not like, holy shit, you traced the fucking American Gothic, like this is just as good as the original. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like you have like in order, like the thing that makes that blow up in the first place is like some sort of like lightning in a bottle type situation that
Right.
I mean,
right.
yeah, and you can't recreate that. And it's funny to see people be like, oh, well, just doing what it takes to be successful.
Right.
Pointing at words on a TikTok or whatever.
IO fact checker in the chat says Bill Wirtz or whatever didn't invent sing talking, but like the point being he didn't invent it, but like very much so he popularized it. And like I guess he was big on Vine at some point too before that got nuked or whatever. But like I guarantee you, every one of these people that does a video like this are ripping off Bill Wirtz. Like there's a certain stylistic aspect to like the videos that he made that absolutely people are just ripping him off, and it's just like shameless, you know?
it's like this like twee humor that I can't believe people still find enjoyable.
Right. Yeah, and so much of that stuff, it just like it does not age that well over time, you know.
I don't care.
There's a lot of those types of things where it's like I look at some of the stuff that I used to watch a long time ago and it just like doesn't fucking I found a good example of the opposite. And I've shared a couple of his videos, but this guy named like Isaac
Penis.
Isaac
Penis.
Sir Isaac
I don't know what the hell Isaac Turner does. I hardly know her. He
Ike
does like a
Turner?
lot of good videos. I've shared some of these videos, and it's like sort of the same sort of sing-songy speech, whatever shit. It's like it's similar to Bill Wirtz type stuff, but he's like put his own spin on it. I guess that's my key to the city this week too, is Isaac Turner.
Okay, check him out.
So check him out.
So basically you're just saying it's like put in minimal effort. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put in any effort. Like take the things that you like and then just like personalize it. You don't have to be Bill Wirtz.
Sick.
You can be Bill Wirtz plus you.
Right.
Don't
Like
be, no, don't be you. That's fine. You don't have
Yeah.
to.
Like if you're gonna walk out of a bank with a bunch of bags with dollar signs on it, like put a third like line down the middle. So like, well, that's not $1, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Make it say
that is
something
so
like
smart. Why didn't I think of that?
It's three
Yeah.
S's, you know?
Well, anyway, let's now the true main segment of the show. That was I'm sorry, Grant, to say that
The
was
beef and the potatoes.
that was not the main segment. I was actually confused. So if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often quite unusual punishment.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe this either. We're talking about Space Jam 2 again.
Oh, god damn it.
Again.
Have y'all seen this trailer?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Let's just give a quick recap
Usually,
of the Space
usually
Jam.
I would want to watch it, but I'm afraid that we'd get like the fucking episode taken down or some shit.
Let's
just recap it.
Whatever. Let's recap the discourse at the very least. So you know, Space Jam is a very popular film from the mid '90s, starring Michael Jordan, starring Bugs Bunny as himself, and then they made a sequel, or coming out with a sequel, where the rabbit, I don't want to fuck her anymore. Already not buying a ticket.
Why not?
She had back pain.
Because I'm spending I'm going to see a movie with a bunch of, strangers and, get turned on by this cartoon. Anyway, what they also did, we talked about later, was they got rid of Pepe Le Pew, the skunk. And he was supposed to, learn about, this is just weird all across the board, but there was a scene he's supposed to learn about consent in the movie, because if you guys are familiar, we're talking about Looney Tunes on the episode.
Space Jam has come up like 3 or 4 times on this.
Yes,
but when he's learning out about consent, does he also fucking dunk?
We'll never know. The scene has been removed from the movie. I mean, it'll be in the 7-hour cut, but we'll have to wait, however many years to get there.
So now he's just never gonna learn.
Exactly. So they said that they thought that was tasteless.
They just wrote him out of the movie.
They thought that was tasteless to include Pepe Le Pew in the movie because, he's a sort of his whole shtick is that he is a horny French skirt chaser.
Goddamn Frenchman.
Yeah, and whatever. But they were like,
good riddance.
We don't have a place for him in this day and age. So then they released this new trailer for Space Jam 2, or I think it's just called Space Jam: A New Legacy.
A New Legacy. Yeah.
And it's basically like I think you said in the doc here, Grant, Ready Player One, 2. They just threw in every fucking intellectual property that Disney doesn't have their fucking mitts on in this one movie.
Dude, it's terrifying. We talk a lot on this show about just like the concept of monopoly and just like how all of these like corporate entities are just like conglomerating together, and it just like the scope is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And this is like example A of that.
So they dropped the trailers, a ton of cameos. This also has the Iron Giant, who is also in Ready Player One. He flies past several different. We see the Flintstones are there. Okay, fine. They're not Looney Tunes or Warner Brothers. That's
everybody.
fine. That's fine. I'm over it now. However,
they play on the team.
They're just there.
They're spectators.
Yeah,
they're spectating
for no reason at all. And then he flies past Westeros, and which is labeled Game of Thrones for some reason in the actual trailer. And then we see on the side of the court none other than the Droogs from Clockwork Orange, who were dressed in their white clothing and their bowler hats, who are known for raping. Yes, they're known for raping. And then
so was the Game of Thrones, right? Like they didn't exactly have consent laws there.
Like there's a rape scene in like
never rape.
Every scene, or not every scene, every season of Game of Thrones,
right,
must have like a rape scene, and then it's like, oh yeah, Pepe Le Pew, he's his whole shtick, we're better than that. But then like these companies are so tone deaf that they just toss in the fucking Clockwork Orange guys and the Game of Thrones characters, and from I don't know if whatever the
I hate to use this word because it's been so used and abused by like all the wrong people, but it really does feel like a virtue signal to take Pepe Le Pew out of it, and to like, instead of having this like learnable moment or whatever, they're just like, oh, we can't have them, that's too much, that's too bad, and then just to like leave everything else, and they're not going to address any of it. I can guarantee you they're not going to address it.
Are the Clockwork Orange guys going to learn about consent too?
I don't think so.
Hey, you boys shouldn't be doing that.
By playing Beethoven's Ninth or whatever.
Oh, we're sorry, sir. Anyway,
I thought you was a skunk.
You see, we got confused because there was a cat that ran by. It had a white stripe down its back.
It sounds like you're doing the impression of Will Witt from the video.
Oh God,
we
were watching that on the stream last night too.
I was confused. You sees
toddler voice. He's in the movie too. Apparently,
Will Witt.
Him and Dennis Prager do make cameos in the movie.
I think it's like the problem is like people are rooting for all of these characters to be in these movies. Like they want to see one company own all of these characters, so I can finally see Iron Man fight
Lola Bunny.
Yeah, or E.T. or I don't know, whoever, you know. I am Sam.
Right.
Fight her back into getting big old honkers, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, by the way, still want to fuck Lola Bunny. They will never take that away from me.
Yeah,
but
I was
I'm an
kidding
American.
earlier. I'm still gonna see it. I'm still gonna jerk off in the theater.
I posted this on Twitter. I posted it on Twitter, but doesn't it seem like every single movie from here on out will basically just be drawn together?
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody else, I think his name is Chris Person on Twitter. He said, you like leave the zany crossovers to the Japanese. He's like the only reason Kingdom Hearts works so well is because every second of it is completely insane.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like Super Smash Brothers. I love a zany crossover. It's like Mario is fighting Snake, is fighting Bayonetta, is fighting Donkey Kong. It's just all over the place. But it doesn't. I don't know. I'm trying to like think of the right way to distinguish it.
Well, I think I have a good distinguishation.
Make it with a sword.
I said this. We reviewed Ready Player One and an episode of Fire Bros. I can't remember which episode, but I had made the point that like during those scenes where they just threw a bunch of people in, this is like a much more egregious example of it, because obviously they're using some of the intellectual property from that movie in addition to everything else. But I had made the point that like Ready Player One almost felt like, you know, when you're like, you know, you're a kid, you're somewhere between the ages of like 5 and 10, and you have this big collection of toys because you love all these cartoons and you love all these TV shows, and so you have a toy from each entity and you make them like battle and stuff like that. It feels like adults play like battling with toys. They're just like, what if Superman and Lola Bunny like fucking made out, and Elsa from Frozen was there, and also the Iron Giant, and it's just like, this feels childish,
and it's like,
it feels gross.
On paper, that is fun though. It's like, and I will say, like, the Lego Movie actually did it well too. They had a bunch of, but I don't know. It felt like because those were toys,
right? Because they're already toys. Yeah.
Like that was what they were going for. Like that's what you do with toys.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Throw all of them in the same fucking box and make them fight or whatever.
Well, with the Lego movie,
you, man, they do the
so okay,
shit.
with all of these big drawn together movies, right? It's always like, you know, like with the Lego movie, it was, you know, it was acceptable because they were toys. With Ready Player One, it was acceptable because it was virtual reality. They didn't have to write a situation in which all of these characters had to be together. And I'm pretty sure the plot to the new Space Jam is like he's traveling through like you know, like the servers of the
Warner Brothers or something.
Warner Brothers, yeah.
The vault?
So, yes, like
his digital vault.
Like his son accidentally like walks into like the server room, you know, and just like, oh shit, now we gotta like, you know, because you know how, you know,
sons are always fucking doing that shit, man.
Yeah, dude.
I hate my son. Oh my god! One time I caught him this close to getting into the E servers. So
if he sees a server, he's going
shield him
ballistic.
from Wild On.
So is it like the Warner Brothers like lawyers are like, hey, you can't pirate that content, and they like throw them in prison?
You know, it'd be really funny. Remember when North Korea hacked the Sony servers and they got to steal all the information? Like that's the plot twist in this movie. Like North Korea just steals LeBron's son.
Oh my god!
You guys released that shitty Seth Rogen movie.
What they
if
do?
Kim Jong-un was in the Warner Brothers cinematic universe, it would make it all worth it.
I mean, truly, like now we've really seen it all. You know, if we could get a cameo, we're all waiting for it. North Korea, I want to see. I mean, it could happen. I mean, Dennis Rodman could be the linchpin here to make it happen.
Dude, how sick would if that happened and then Kim Jong-il just shot a rocket into LA?
That would be sick. You're right. We would all like that.
I mean, we're over here in the Midwest, and we think it's funny. We're laughing.
Yeah,
it's a joke to us.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool.
It turns out, you know, I know this would blow your mind. You know, if you went back to 2014 and told you this, but the nuclear fallout of the United States was not, in fact, caused by Seth Rogen and
it wasn't
James
a
Franco.
Warner Brothers film.
no, it was in fact the Animaniacs who pulled the dictator's pants down, and then Dot tried to kiss him, and that's why we're all fighting over water on the third coast.
Or gas, whichever one works better.
We'll suss that out later, though. So yeah, I mean, this is again like it's just like I hate that I hate it. You know, like I want to love a zany crossover. Roger Rabbit again. I was a
brilliant movie.
Yeah,
amazing movie.
Kevin, you said that like the Japanese should only be the people that handle these kind of things, and I think they do it well because they embrace how stupid and dumb and silly it all is.
True.
And like American movies always like, what is their gritty backstory? Like how did Pikachu's mom got raped or something by some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm Fred Flintstone. What's he using? I got a divorce. I'm here to watch basketball.
Well, I love.
Also, I couldn't. Was I doing Peter Griffin there?
I don't know what that was.
Same
I don't know.
Yeah, no, Fred Flintstone is like my job was automated away to the horse-drawn carriage, and now I've got nothing to provide for my family with.
Elon Musk in my universe gave all the jobs to the talking pterodactyls and fired me.
Elon
busted my union.
Elon Tusk
took my job over.
Elon Tusk would be the Flintstone Elon Musk.
I mean, now I want to see the Flintstones. They're exempt from my complaint.
I love bringing this up, and especially with the release of the Snyder Cut, this is poignant. But does anybody remember when Zack Snyder was talking about like Batman versus Superman and doing all these movies and stuff like that? And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, my cinematic universe is gonna be dark. Like you thought Batman was dark before. Well, in my universe, Batman could have gotten raped." And it's like that's your go-to of like how dark of a movie.
That would be such a more angry Batman.
Like that guy is like stuck at 13.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, the Snyder Cut. It's this, it's that." It's like, no, this guy's like an idiot. Don't give him any credence.
Like the big budget movie director shouldn't have the same idea of making things dark as me on this podcast, right? Like we shouldn't. Like he gets paid a lot of money. He should have a different idea than I just pulled out of my ass 2 seconds ago.
A team of middle schoolers at a lunch table.
This version, like
what if
legit
Batman got raped?
Batman who got raped, just so petty and evil.
That's what you think victims are?
What? No. But Batman, no.
Well, I was going to say, now we're not going to see that because Pepe Le Pew won't be there to do it, you know? Sad.
Fuck, dude.
But maybe Alex DeLarge and the boys after a couple of milks at the weird bar.
The old Batman.
Yes.
That big like penis-shaped gourd should make an appearance in the film too.
Penis-shaped gourd?
From the Emoji Movie?
Orange.
From Batman?
From the Emoji
Oh, yeah, the
Movie.
Emoji Movie.
From
Yes,
A
I know what
Clockwork
you're
Orange. Yeah.
The weird strap-on.
Oh.
Like the big fucking thing that they murder with it
I thought it was
afterwards.
like a statue.
Yeah, statue, whatever. Gourd, statue. I don't know what words are.
It did look like the eggplant emoji. It's been forever since I've seen that movie, but
I haven't seen
what
it
if
since, like,
Ludwig van
2009.
Beethoven was the Danny Elfman of this new Space Jam?
That would be sick.
They also did with the Space Jam trailer. I noticed it's the same thing they did with, I think it's Us, where they take like the song that you know and like slow it down and make it scary. Like
Every fucking movie does that.
I fucking hate it.
It's like one of the worst, like most heinous tropes of like modern times.
I think Us did it to like I Got 5 on It by Lunette. Remember that in the trailer where they kind of which was kind of cool because it was like but like I don't need to be scared by Welcome to the Space. I don't need that to be scary to me.
Dude, I know. In the same way, it's like every time I hear Here Comes Santa Claus in half speed, I'm pissed.
Right.
Because it's very spooky.
Yeah.
I think another aspect that we didn't delve too much into. We sort of talked about it a little bit, like when we started talking about this. Now, when we were starting to talk about it, was like the entire concept of the fact that Disney owns every intellectual property. And Kevin, you brought up like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like. Warner Brothers and Disney didn't own each other at that like point in time.
It was a fun collaborative effort. It wasn't about money.
They had to collaborate because I remember specifically Warner Brothers said our characters get as much screen time as your characters. Like it was sort of like you had to work together, but now it's just like the concept of just Disney owns everything now is becoming like more and more just like they own everything and they're pulling certain episodes off of every streaming service and like content's getting watered down. I mean, I feel like this is just a big sort of like indicative like way of just saying like this is just the future is just one company owns everything. And like instead of it being sort of like a fun thing of like, oh, I would have never seen fucking Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse like on the same screen together. Now it's just like we own everything, and everything's going to be on the same screen together because we own it all.
Well,
and it's like everybody hates the fact that you fucking own it all.
And like you mentioned earlier about toys, it's like this reeks of like Warner Brothers is like super self-conscious of like we don't own as much intellectual property as Disney. So they're like, look at all the toys we have. Yay! Look, they're all playing together. They're playing basketball and learning about consent. Actually, they're not. That's not going to happen.
That's
they're all together.
It's going to be every movie moving forward too. Like it's going to be more and more. Because that was the thing with Marvel, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is it's like this is cool that you finally get to see all of the Marvel characters are like owned by the same corporation and they can all be together and like this giant movie.
Whatever, it's like that's their thing
awesome.
though. They own it. It's not like a novel, like whatever. And also, like you said, everything has to copy it. Yeah,
that's going to become everything nowadays. Is everything's going to become an Infinity War. Everything's going to have its own cinematic universe. You're going to start seeing fucking. I don't know, Jar Jar Binks and Lola Bunny
fighting.
Fucking.
Now you guys got me on board.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I'm so.
They
sick
did
of
the
this
same
shit.
with like the Snyder Superman and Justice League movie, right? Like it was supposed to kind of set up the big, huge thing, but they did it the wrong way. Because like Marvel did it, each individual superhero got their movie, and then they all joined up together.
Right.
And then the Justice League, they kind of all try to jam them all together at once. So like the entire movie is just like different like mid-credit scenes. That's just what it is. It's just like saying, oh, this might like teasing shit that you really only know if you were like a nerd already about it.
Right. And plus, like, people liked the Marvel movies.
And even those are like fun to rip on, but it's like at the same time, at least they did it first with the whole cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Like but now it's like you said, like just do your own thing. It's not that hard. Like do something a little different, a little unique. But of course, that doesn't cost, that doesn't make money. So
everything's a reboot. Everything's just jam the same shit into it's like exactly what everyone hates, and it's just like more slop, please.
Right, Space Jam 3 is just going to be Bugs Bunny, Marvin the Martian, and like LeBron James's son just being like, tell me you're a Warner Brothers fan without telling me you're a Warner Brothers fan. And then they'll that's the trailer. Then everybody will send in their ideas, and then they'll just go through with no story, just like just little chunks of like what if. And
God willing, yeah.
What if we do it with? What if Shrek is in this one? That's what they would like. That kind of stuff.
From Shrek from 1 or 2.
What was that?
Which Shrek from 2 or 1?
It's the same Shrek.
Guy,
I don't think
right?
They are in the same chronology.
Yeah, the only other Shrek is in Shrek the Third when he has a baby. So,
and that's I think he's not Shrek. It's the son of Shrek.
Right. But
Son of the Mask, starring Jamie Kennedy.
I don't know.
There's going to be like a change.org petition to have like Disney buy DreamWorks so we can finally get that like like Minions and fucking like Iron Man crossover we've all been like sketching in our notebooks privately every night.
You know what we need?
Or is that just me?
We need
no, it's me too.
They're like remaking the Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, actually looks cool.
I demand I
What?
demand, maybe this will be the
Combat.
punishment, is that they need to make like a Smash Bros movie. It doesn't even have to be good.
It's already bro smashing.
Smash Bros. Oh, remember the commercials
The
where
movie.
everyone was dressed up in like the
Yeah.
I know they're
big
not
mascot
furry outfits. What am I
Mascot?
looking for? Yes, mascot.
What?
Mascots that fuck, whatever it was, furries.
Yeah. The non-sexual furries.
My
Yeah.
girlfriend.
But like, do you remember that commercial where they were all like fighting in the field?
Yeah, I
after
love that
holding
commercial.
hands?
It's like So
I mean-
Happy Together was playing.
Yeah.
Exactly. What every movie studio gets wrong is like, I don't care how good the effects are.
Right.
I mean, unless it's King Kong versus Godzilla, because that was good. That's the only exception because I've seen it recently.
Insane
But
that you like that.
but
that was our complaint about the Black Panther movie was like the fucking special
Too black.
effects. It was good.
Oh.
No, that was not. That
Wait.
was not the gripe. Like the special effects were terrible.
were they?
Tank Top would say
I, know,
otherwise.
I didn't think they were bad.
Those fucking weird dinosaur things. The
All those-
rhinos, whatever the fuck.
Oh. Black.
Like
I
that
thought you were
shit.
talking about Jesus and the Black Messiah.
Man,
Special
this guy.
effects.
How did you get those two confused? I want to see
He's
that
seen
movie,
like
by the
4
way.
movies ever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
and 3 of them were the Lego movie.
No, that was only. There's only been. Oh no, there's Lego Batman. Yes, 3 of them are Lego movies. Right, the Marvel Black Panther. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry for.
Oh, that's why you would think it was Black Panther because of the Black Panthers. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Right.
All
No,
right.
I meant the
all right.
movie
Yeah.
Black Panther, not the movie about the Black Panthers.
That has been established. We
Yeah.
I understand. I get it now. That was my bad.
The I mean, with any luck, we'll get a crossover between those 2 movies in the next 10 years.
I mean, with these industry monopolies, it's only a matter of time.
It could very well happen. I mean, these fucking companies are shameless.
Just Fred Hampton saying Wakanda forever.
Oh god.
Jesus,
We
that's
don't
what's going to
need it.
happen. It's going to be like MLK is in the Avengers in like 10 years.
And I would
Dude,
say, like, an
fuck
addendum to
yeah.
the punishment is like, we mentioned like, the Japanese crossovers. I think that all of these properties should get a world in Kingdom Hearts 4. It's
yeah,
like
go for
we
it.
get. No, it's actually funny because I this
Mickey
popped
Mouse
up on my
Swordland?
YouTube recommended video today, but like Mega 64 did a video like 11 years ago about like the Kingdom Hearts 3 they made up, and it was like there was
Oh,
a Space
yeah.
Jam world and stuff in it where like everybody's there, they're all playing basketball,
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd play that.
Like Airbud,
Justin-
throw him in.
Yeah, like an open world, like sandbox game in like the Disney servers or whatever, where it's like you just walk around and you play as pick your character, Pikachu.
Isn't that basically what VR chat is? Is just like you just make
Holy
use
shit.
a character.
Now that you say that, it just dawned on me. Space Jam 2 is just VR chat the movie.
Are they going to have Knuckles in there?
Oh yeah, there's at least 17 Knuckles.
Yeah.
in there.
All right.
Now,
I guess
hold
the
on.
problematic
before
maybe.
we
I don't
move
know.
too far ahead of this, dude. Did anyone else realize how Blaine didn't think MLK should be in the Avengers? Because I think he's a pretty strong candidate for it.
I missed that. Thank you for bringing us back, though.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say, I mean, I think it would affect the history books. If
No, it wouldn't. I think it's fine.
If they said, yeah, he marched on Selma and also fought Loki.
Jeez.
Might confuse people in the future.
It would. I mean, but that's how you get kids' attention nowadays.
Yeah.
Throw a crossover in there. Throw a
Make it
recognizable
entertaining.
property. Yeah.
Don't bore us. Get
Yeah.
to the chorus.
Anyway, let's get to the next one here. I know we've been kind of. Let's
There's
see.
only 2.
That's fine. What's this? Coca-Cola's canceled. Don't tell me I gotta drink Pepsi. Come on, Grant.
It's true. You have to drink Pepsi because you're now a Republican.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm finding. This is how I find out.
Right on the show. Everybody gets to see your reaction, your live react to finding out that you're a Republican. So Republicans did a cancel culture on Coca-Cola and Mulb, the Major League Baseball.
What the hell happened?
I don't know. A couple companies took a stand against like Georgia's election laws, and then when they did that, a bunch of people were like, let's boycott them, forgetting that they don't like when people boycott things that they like. So that's an issue now.
Easy to forget stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember things. I'm serious.
Somebody pointed it out. Someone was like, hey, isn't that cancel culture? And they smacked themselves in the head with their palm and they said, don't!
Now, that might be traumatic for Bart to hear it. I know
he was abused.
His father was abusive.
It's mostly my mother with a whip.
Jesus Christ. Different Bart. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Isn't like Coke like one of the biggest employers in Georgia?
Yeah, I mean, they're fucking... Yeah, I mean, their headquarters, their main base is in Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, it'd just be very weird to be like, oh, this is the people that give everybody jobs in my state, but you shouldn't, like, you got to know what's going on. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, because, like, if only, like, we lived in a world where, like, a big company like this could maybe, like, have people to, like, maybe hang out around Congress, perhaps in the lobby, to kind of get their agenda kind of pushed through.
damn.
You know?
Okay. That seems cool.
It seems reasonable.
Just an idea. I don't know.
It seems like
That's
totally okay.
yeah,
Well,
that's
another
the
thing that they could possibly do too is like, I guess someone brought this up on the show like a couple years ago, but at one point the corporation Pepsi had like the 6th largest navy in the world because they like had purchased a bunch of warships from some like dissolved USSR country. And so they could just like, Pepsi should have just gone to war with Coke,
Yeah.
you know, and
Imagine,
solved
like,
all this problem.
Yeah.
Like World War
They would
III is like
turn
just
me
going to
into a
war with
Pepsi
the
guy?
fucking
Fuck.
brands. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna
they
be
almost
it,
did
man.
with that Generation Next campaign. I was really, I was really feeling the vibe they were putting out when they
I was
said
compelled.
Pepsi's for young people.
And
Well-
I am young.
Navy is kind of the Pepsi of the armed forces, right? It's like, oh, you don't have the Marines. I
Yeah.
guess I'll take the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are cute.
Yeah.
You're a
Oh.
little too sweet for me.
Well, I think Pepsi is the Navy, and I think the Marines are like RC Cola, and
The Army is
the
Coke.
Army is Coke because everybody knows the Army. I mean, you say the armed services, you mean the Army.
So a
Yeah.
bunch of Japanese people blew up a bunch of Pepsis by flying into them.
I don't know if it was that at all. What's which
Bro,
one is
Pepsi
Jolt
Harbor,
Cola?
The Coca-Cola is the
Guard.
Army.
Gotta be
What are we-
National
no,
Guard.
We're missing the Air Force.
Yeah, I was
Space-
thinking the
Space
Air
Force,
God,
too.
dude.
Fuck.
Space Force. That's another one.
That's Mountain Dew Code Red.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Okay.
that's the smartest thing anybody said this whole episode, I think.
Eh,
Look at the rest of them. We'll see. Whatever.
Pepsi Harbor, dude. Never forget.
Air Force. I'm having a hard time. What, like
What's
Dr. Pepper, maybe?
Sierra Mist.
Sure.
No.
Sierra Mist.
Pardon my Detroit coming out here, but we haven't assigned Fago to anything yet. What is what do the
Red
Juggalos
Pop.
control when it comes to national security?
The trenches.
Homeland Security, maybe?
Yeah, I guess it would be like Border Patrol.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
well-
Yeah.
Keeping the family, intact.
Is there any armed
wait,
service
no.
that like holds a hatchet?
No?
A Marine
The Boy
probably
Scouts?
does, but it's made of a man's ass.
Wait,
Forest Rangers.
Coast Guard. Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard, I
Damn.
feel like is Fago.
Yeah.
That feels Fago-y to me.
You're not allowed to say that. I think we're gonna get canceled now.
Oh, he's got a tank top on
Swig, bleep
Yeah.
that.
and sweater leather.
It's the mustache.
Yeah, I can say,
Grant, you look kind of Fago-y.
I feel it.
No, it's a clown tattoo. Everybody, you can't see it, but it's
Yeah, I got the great magician man. What's
great
that?
Malenko. Show some fucking respect. And the riddle box.
You should be ashamed to know these.
I
things.
am.
I know that one too, Kevin.
I am just an ally. Okay, I'm not a juggalo.
They powerbomb motherfuckers into thumbtacks.
Yeah.
That was a lyric from the Juggalo from ICP.
Whoop whoop.
Of course
Whoop.
you know it.
I know that one album.
But Okay.
I thought it was cool. They got to swore. It was like my Mrs. Doubtfire NC-17 cut back then.
In black and white, the Snyder cut.
Yeah, the black and white Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah.
So this is an interesting aspect because some people. Okay, this is the culture wars, folks. This is what's happening. Some people are calling the MLB moving the All-Star game from Atlanta cancel culture, but some other people are also calling the boycott also cancel culture.
Where'd they move it to?
I don't know. I didn't read the article. There's a New
Denver,
York
I believe.
Post article. I don't care about any of this.
Is it on the moon?
I don't think it's on the moon.
Okay.
No.
It might be. We don't know.
They're
though.
going to
Might
do
be
it
on
in
Mars.
a transgender bathroom.
Elon Musk might have moved it to Mars.
Fuck, dude. Fuck. How can I go in?
I don't know, man. I don't have the answer for you.
Blaine, can I see the game?
Wait, did you just ask me something? Sorry.
Yeah. What the hell are you looking at?
No, your audio cut out, so I didn't hear what you said.
Can I get in to see the game?
It cut out again. I'm sorry.
Are you? Well, fuck it now.
Yeah, probably.
There was another point I was going to make.
Baseball is in trouble.
Baseball.
Right, they're
Yeah,
both
so a lot
cancel
of-
culture.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about when I brought cancel culture in as a 2 minutes of hate. Is it's just like we could just say that, like as a discourse, as human beings existing within this sphere, we could just use the words to describe what we're talking about. You could just look at the MLB's actions and you could say, I disagree with that. I think that the Georgia laws are good and that they should require an ID to vote and that they're stomping on the government's level to make change or whatever. And then on the other end, you could say, well, a boycott of these things is bad because actually the laws are bad and you shouldn't be boycotting laws that are bad. And then you could just use those words to describe the occurrences instead of just saying that everything's a fucking cancel culture because it just means nothing. It's completely fucking meaningless. The MLB canceled the government. The Republicans did a cancel of the MLB. The Coca-Cola's canceled now, but Pepsi also is a cancel. It's just like we're not talking words anymore. We're just blathering. We're just making sounds with our fucking mouths.
I'm just upset that I can comprehend everything you're saying.
I know. That's the worst part.
Pepsi Harbor got canceled. Fuck.
I got a good punishment actually.
Yeah.
If you all think back several years ago, you know, we're joking about Pepsi, but if you recall that commercial with Kylie Jenner, what did she do to quell the rift in our culture, in our country? She gave everybody a can of Pepsi, you know, and everybody just chilled the fuck out, you know? They drank a Pepsi and they shut up. And I'm saying, you know, hey, maybe is Pepsi okay? Yeah, I think so.
Maybe she was declaring war by giving that officer a Pepsi. She was like, hey,
yeah,
Pepsi has the world's 6th largest navy. They're going to fuck your shit up if you don't like calm down. And
Propaganda.
like, oh, okay.
That's what it was. We thought it was a peaceful protest and they were trying to recruit us for the fucking Pepsi Corps.
It's also the sign of the apocalypse. A janitor holding a Pepsi. Everyone knows that. Right after the locust.
The locust, the 4 horsemen.
Then
that might come later.
Frogs raining from the sky.
The frogs
a lady
come
with
later.
a fake ass holding a Pepsi, dude. The world is ending.
She was a fake asshole.
No, she's.
Oh, maybe not the whole part, but probably the like humpy parts.
The bumpy parts. It's a hole.
I'm not talking about the hole.
You said she has a fake asshole.
Not asshole, ass.
I heard asshole.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
I think you did. I can't remember.
I forget. I just gonna pretend that
fake humpy parts.
I'm gonna pretend
dude.
I'm drinking
Come
a
on.
fucking Pepsi right now. I'm in my happy place.
You what?
My Pepsi place.
Oh, Pepsi Harbor. Never forget.
Never forget.
You know, it does seem to me like this whole like both sides saying that cancel culture is happening. Like, let's just call it what it is. Like you were saying, let's use the words. Some people won't like me for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's all you need to say. I'm going to do a thing, and some people are going to say, hey, I don't agree with that, and I don't like you for that, so I'm going to go somewhere else. And everyone else is like, no, that's happening to me, actually. It's like, no, you can both be hated for the same reasons.
Damn. I do hate unsalted butter.
Hey, you know what? That's a great segue into Key to the City, which is actually something we like. Blaine, maybe you want to give yours to salted butter this week. Maybe that's something cool you saw. No, I will give my Key to the City this week goes to this is actually two. If you're an artist of any kind, you maybe want to seek out the guidance and support of those timeless creatives. They're the @retired weirdos on Twitter. It's Jay Weingarten and Matthew Golden. They post a lot of really interesting, really smart takes on what it's like to be an artist and how, what it's kind of like to be a funny person. If you've ever wondered what that might be like, check out those creative types. Like here's one. Grant, I'll show you this. I'll put it in the chat here. It says, people with weird personalities make the best friends.
Show me.
Being able to openly...
I've seen this photo.
Being able to be openly weird actually relieves stress and anxiety.
Wow.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, but
Is
also
this
don't touch me.
Is this in typical Jay Weingarten fashion where it's kind of like... sort of like overly sincere for the comedic effect of it?
Maybe it is. Maybe you have to check it out for yourself.
All right, I'll definitely check that out. I'm a big fan of.
So yeah, those timeless creatives get my Key to the City this week.
Hell yeah.
Brett, did you have something nice for us?
Yes. I just want to give a shout out, not a Key to the City, to everyone sharing all the information about how to get the vaccine as quickly and as efficiently as possible whenever it's available to you. Good job for everybody for doing that. But hey, more importantly, I want to give the Key to the City to the Twitter account called @CraigWeekend. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's Daniel Craig. It's a Twitter account where they post the same video every day of Daniel Craig on SNL saying, ladies and gentlemen,
The Weekend.
The Weekend.
Hell yeah.
And for some reason, every single post has like over 20,000 retweets, and it's the same video, and it just keeps on popping up in my news feed. And every time it makes me fucking laugh because he has this exasperated like, oh, come on. Oh my Lord. Without any further, The Weekend. It's very funny.
It is.
So better luck next week, vaccine information distributors.
Blaine, something nice you wanna?
I mean, I guess it's not really nice, but I was gonna give mine to DMX.
Of course, it's not nice.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah,
That's good.
He died. I think yesterday was the official day that he passed. He was a great rapper, really cool guy, and also like the Thought Cops, he loved impersonating officers of the law. So
he was the blueprint.
Yeah, it was one of his favorite things. FBI agents, all those. He was just constantly getting caught pretending to be a cop.
Dude, pretty sick.
Yeah, it's cool.
Dude, at my first job that I ever had, I sold him movie tickets.
Really?
Yeah, legit. It was him, like 6 ladies and a baby, and they went to see Team America.
Yeah, that is his crew. You're right.
Dude, I'm not even fucking with you. It was wild. He was very nice.
I'm just kind of imagining the baby sounding like DMX.
I mean, probably.
Let me get some titty. Something like that.
Yeah, I do like that.
Now, did you like it? That was what he said.
Not the baby, no. But I mean, DMX was like, "May I have some tickets?"
As you do.
Yeah.
And then what did you say?
That'll be like $36.40 or whatever. I don't know.
Wow, you charge him that much?
I'm not. I can't.
You couldn't let the guy in for free?
I was like 15.
He's a
I don't have
millionaire. He
give
doesn't need a free
DMX
ticket.
tickets power.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you could have let him slide.
Yeah, now he's gone forever.
Yeah.
So you kind of blew that, Bart.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's your fault.
Damn. I'm gonna leave a DVD of Team America at his grave.
That's cool.
The unrated cut.
Of course,
the
dude.
sick fucking 2-hour cut.
And
Yeah,
maybe
the nasty, fucked up, not ready for society version.
The big red
True.
stamp on the cover. But were you going to give your key to the city the salted butter, or was it going to be something real?
me.
Bart?
Okay,
Bart?
yeah. Key to the city, dude. I mean, I want to shout out to a man who stops naming their penis. Anybody that doesn't do that, like, go for the ass, dude.
What the
Like what I'm saying.
So I'm not going to ask any more questions. I'm just-
no, that's good.
You got
Shout out-
exactly what he thought.
No, I'm kind of picking up on that now. Look, the more I ask, the more I'm just confused. So I'm
Look,
just going to say,
this is a new era. You know, naming your penis is faux pas, and now it's time for us to name our asses.
My key to the city, I've already said it, but just to reiterate, so the guy is ID Turner at Isaac.gov on Twitter. Isaac Turner on it's Snegley Snegley on Instagram.
It's a good name for an ass. Yes.
He has different names for everything. Okamobok on YouTube, OCOMOBOCK. I want to play one of his videos because,
Hell
like
yeah.
I was saying, I think these are actually good.
What's up with presidents and golfing? Why is that always what we catch them doing? Haven't they played Minecraft?
And then he just starts dancing. And it says, "Let's jam." And he wrote this music.
Whoa, sick.
And it's amazing. And the dancing intensifies.
This is a really good song.
Dude, this is insane. Whoa.
And then he
This
just disappears into the door.
Holy
What's
shit.
up with presidents and golf? How come
did he
that's
shoot
always
this on
what
like an
they're
old
doing?
camcorder?
It has
Why-
that quality.
why
I
don't
kind of
know.
like there was I forget her name on Twitter. Her name is Summer something.
Dude, whoa.
She's been putting up a lot of these like videos where she like films herself like screaming and doing crazy shit in her house with like a camcorder. But it's like, again, I think that's a really interesting. We got. Hey, I'm sick of the megapixels. All right, I want to go back. Reject modernity. bring back
Yeah.
tradition. Am I right, boys?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Super
there
8, gang.
It's
better be a lady screaming in this or I'm pissed.
Oblong Goose on Twitter at OBLONG. Oblong Goose. OBLONGOOSE.
This guy could stand to benefit
Yeah,
from some consistent
branding. Yeah, but I mean, like you saw that video was fucking great. He's a very talented musician, obviously. So
What do I
give him
do
a
with
like
it
on one
now,
of those
though?
platforms.
Hell yeah.
What do I do with that information now, though?
Well, follow the page if you
Jerk
want
off to it later if you want.
Yeah, JOI and stuff.
Why do I have to jack off to everything, guys?
That's what you said you wanted.
Yeah, you said you
No,
wanted
it
to do
wasn't,
that.
dude.
You gotta learn. Watch the instruction video first, then you'll be ready for.
I was anti that.
Well, let me just say, when the video's over, maybe you might have some post-nut clarity, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, I want to
All
do
right.
that more.
Well, I guess I
Anyway.
won't follow his channel. I'll just start cranking off.
All right.
It's a life hack. Anyway,
Do what makes you happy.
I'll follow the channel twice on both of my YouTube accounts.
Nice.
Well,
let's go. Word of the week. Thought Cop's word of the week. What is it this week? We said something earlier. I fucking don't remember. Do we
NFT, non-fungible token. That's a good word.
Yeah, a non-fungible token. Is it fungible or fungible?
I don't know, man.
Fun double.
It's GIF.
Fun double.
It's G.
Non-fungible.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a soft G or a hard G. I've never had to say that word, I don't think. I think it's fungible. I don't think fungible.
Well, it's when you want to buy like a picture.
Leo the Incredible, who has the best dialect out of any of our listeners within any realm of anything anybody's ever spoken aloud in the whole history of the spoken word. Leo clarifies fun jib L, so non-fungible token.
I'm going to defer to him.
Fungible.
Can I just say this? I miss the time when all of our tokens were fungible. You know, don't bring us back to when everything was purposely fungible.
Yeah, give me those FTs.
Fuck dimes. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think the Chuck E. Cheese had fungible tokens, I think.
Yeah. Take me back.
Right?
Yeah, dude. Take me back to the taste of Chuck E. Cheese coins.
But anyway, before we get to the final segment of the show, which is our listener voicemails, guys, if you want to plug everything you got, I don't know if you want to go round robin, then plug the whole thing. However, you guys, I will trust your judgment on this. We've been doing this together long enough.
Yeah, well, check us out. Big Time Garbage. We're on Twitch Monday through Thursday, pretty much every night around 10 p.m. Eastern. Big Time Garbage on Twitch, twitch.tv/Big Time Garbage.
Very
That's
fun
right.
stream.
And we also have a podcast which comes out every Monday, Big Time Garbage, wherever you get podcasts from. And hey, we're all on all of the social media. Instagram probably is the best way to get to us. Just our names. Just going to Google it.
Yeah, and if you're in the Metro Detroit area, we're going to be doing stand-up a lot. So
that's
check us
right.
out there.
Yeah. What is that? Is that 420, right?
Yeah, that's our first. We're going to have an outdoor show on 420 in Hamtramck, Michigan at a bar called Trixie's. It's going to be our dispensary called Pleasantries. It's got about a bunch of swag that we're going to be giving out, and Val's Pizzas, serving pizzas. So if you're in the area, come on and tell Bart to explain what he said in any of this episode.
Yeah, and also check me out at nakedblainhill.com. Check my dates.
You have to buy that now legally. You have to buy that, I think.
Yeah, you said it on the show.
I already own it, dude.
Those are the rules.
I've been building equity.
So yeah, next week on Twitch, we're going to have Bart explain to us what equity means for an entire week. So check that out. Yeah. Thanks for having us on, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Absolutely,
Yeah, thank
definitely.
you,
So yeah, let's listen to some listener voicemails. If you want to give us a call of your own, 312-788-7361. Or you can always send us an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com.
Hit it.
This is the Discord news for this week, bringing you all the news worth reporting from the virtual streets of Neo-Chicago.
The Discord news team were the only people in the server that got Easter money.
This week, Slime to Garbage Main's neighbor's house burnt down. His neighbor has left his cats at Slime's place, where he blasts his new album, Garbage Main's Curse, at them all day.
Sleep Science has taken up the burden of watching all of Zack Snyder's DC movies in a lead up to watching the Snyder Cut. No one has asked him to do this.
According to statistics posted by 1984 Animal Farmer, 100% of the bronies commit 13% of the posts in hashtag outrage.
This week's Discord news has been presented to you by Crazy Joseph and IO Dragon Liker.
Very good.
Any thoughts on that, Bart?
Did he say Dragon Liker?
Yeah, everyone changes their name in the Discord like every week, basically. I don't know why.
Like he just sort of doesn't even love them.
Oh, yeah,
like,
you can.
You think you can find a different like kind of sign off if you just sort of. It's okay.
My name's gonna be ambivalent to dragons. That's gonna be mine.
I feel the same way. I don't really care about them too much.
You guys are fucking crazy, man. Dragons rock.
Yeah, I grew past that stage.
Not me.
I'm an adult now.
Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, Thought Cops. As you know, as you've already guessed, as everyone already knows by the sound of this very particular voice, it is I, Leo the Incredible, calling in once again to grace your wonderful voicemail. Gentlemen, it's Friday night. I hope you've had a wonderful week, and I hope you're on the cusp of a great weekend. Usually I might have some gripe about a Paper Mario this week or something along those lines. However, it's been a wonderful week, and both Grant and Kevin have done wonderful work.
Oh, hey, thank you.
So this voicemail is going to just be reserved for praise, gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
This guy
You
rules.
have done extremely well, and I look forward to your future endeavors.
I feel like I don't
I'll
deserve
see
it.
you around.
You
Leo
deserve
out.
it.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank
God.
you, Leo. Some kind words for once.
All right, whose dad was that?
Well, he is a dad, but neither of ours.
All right.
He's both of ours, actually. Me and Grant are.
Damn.
Yeah, we're all some weird incestuous family.
No, he said he's proud. I like that guy.
that's cool.
I need you to call in right before Big Garbage comes on and tell them that we are good and awesome.
Yeah. Come on, Dad.
God, dad does rule.
Hello? I'm calling for Grant Mooney. Earlier this week, I was sent a TikTok where a young man drew some comparisons between me and a certain puppet. And that didn't sit well with me.
It's Jordan.
But,
it's Jordan Peterson.
I'll
He
save
finally
it for
called
another
in.
day. Because in doing my research, so I could metaphorically run you out of business in the marketplace of ideas,
It is him.
I realized that
He
you could
is
help
real.
me.
You do exist.
I have a 2 minutes of hate this
Lay it on
week,
us.
and it goes out to Marvel Comics. And now,
I know
I
what's
personally don't believe that there are good or bad ideas, that there are only good or bad applications of ideas.
I don't know.
And one idea with potential to be good is putting a Canadian icon such as myself in a comic book. But the application of this idea was just abhorrent. They drew troubling parallels between me and Red Skull. And if there's one thing I hate more than being compared to a frog puppet, it's being compared to a bloody Nazi. So I ask you, Kevin and Grant, to punish these postmodern neo-Marxists at Marvel Comics.
Okay. Well, that was incredible. I was waiting.
He sounds like he's gotten his health back after being in a coma all those
You sound
years.
great, sir.
It kind of came out of left field there. I don't know if that hit you guys like that, but
It's
definitely
nice
had
to
a
hear
lot.
from him when he's not just crying.
Yeah.
He cries a lot when he's talking, so he's like, that's kind of cool. He's just not crying on the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot
And
to
look,
cry about.
Yeah. As a postmodern neo-Marxist, come and take it. Come and take my precious Marvel. I dare you.
So actually, I'm surprised we forgot to talk about that in the show. So anyway, like you said, the Red Skull, he's a Captain America villain. I guess in some recent run of comic books, he's based on Jordan Peterson. Like
Yeah, he
has
does he has a YouTube channel and he's talking about his 10 rules for life.
Yeah.
Sick. Number
They've
one, have a skull. Number two, have a red one.
But they've done that with Captain America for like the entire history of the thing. It's always been like whoever is the bad guy is kind of representative of some kind of politics. You know, that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it is an analog for whatever they
It's
wanted.
an inherently political cartoon. I mean, it's Captain America.
Yeah.
Fuck the Ruskies. Am I right?
Exactly. Right.
He's like, look at the Lobster Man. Lobster Man is my favorite superhero.
Oh, I would love to see him show up in the next.
And it's funny because like the tweet of like him being Red Skull sort of went viral, and then he retweeted it, and he was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I can't wait to see him play basketball against LeBron in Space Jam 2. That's going to be funny.
Dude,
it's going to be a lot of fun.
LeBron.
Yeah, just you should eat your meat.
And then goes home and fucks Piggy.
That's Michael Jordan's secret sauce. Is just meat.
He pours apple cider apple juice. He pours apple juice in his mouth, and he just experiences just 2 weeks worth of night terrors where he can't sleep.
So just any Apple product.
Yeah, they're gonna want a shout out. Yeah,
It's the sulfates.
Yeah.
But the I guess why he called in is because I reappropriated the Centrist Connection song, and I threw that up on TikTok, and he apparently left the voicemail after having heard that. So I guess we should play that. We should play this episode out with that song.
Yeah,
we haven't
let's
played
do
that
it.
in a while.
Zwick, go ahead and toss it at the end of the episode here, which we're wrapping up right now. Big time garbage. The Better Business Bureau of Blake, Brent,
Blain.
and
Nope.
Bart. Fuck. God
Oh.
damn it. I couldn't say it 5 times fast. Blaine, Brett, and Bart. Big time garbage. You better check it out. Thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you guys. This was awesome. Thanks for having us.
Now shout
thank you
out
for
to
all-
Blaine. He's about to freestyle over this beat.
No, I'm not. I will not be doing. I will not be doing that.
Thanks everybody for listening. If you want to support the show, throw us a few bucks over at patreon.com/thoughtcops to get all kinds of good ass bonus content. You can hang out in the live chat, get access to our bonus spin-off show, Fire Bros, and there's like 20 something episodes of that up. So get cracking. Head on over to patreon.com/thoughtcops and you can leave us a voicemail for free. 312-788-7361.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
See you, Space Cop.
Flip off a child.
That's free too.
Why are there so many postmodern Marxists that fight against freedom of speech? Cultural communists created by colleges push false ideologies. So you've been brainwashed or choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the centrist connection. Joe Rogan, Dave Rubin, and me. Who said that everyone deserves their own pronoun? They can't force their words on me. Have you read Nietzsche or Gulag Archipelago? Did you clean your room today? Can you imagine you're fighting a dragon, that you'll get the girl and the gold? Someday we'll find it, the centrist connection. Joe Rogan, Dave Rubin, and me. Why do they misunderstand and misconstrue what I am saying? Multivariate analysis proves wage gaps do not exist. You have to account for choice. Biological scientists trump stupid postmodernists. There's differences between girls and boys. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. That's where the hero's journey begins. Someday we'll find it, the centrist connection. Joe Rogan, Dave Rubin, and me. La da da dee da da da. La da da dee da dee.